It surely is. Okay, we also, speaking of stories, and if they could come to life, boy, I would say I would want to sit down with Amber and talk to Amber more than any other gemstone. Because it's been around a long, long time, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking, okay, you're looking at material here, and here's natural amber.
Okay, good.
So you're looking at material that is, okay, so what is it? It's an organic gem material, is what I call it, right? It's organic in the fact that it's fossilized tree sap. So you're looking at resin that's 30 to 50 million.
Can you imagine the stories?
Yeah, think about 30 to 50 million years ago is when this was developed.
And before we get into what makes, obviously, this so unique and special, it's that cherry color, which is so incredibly sought after.
Yeah, this Ukrainian cherry amber.
This was $170, I believe. Yeah, $174. I don't know. You didn't see this. $99.98.
You know,
it's
here again. It's one of those stupid deals that they do, and I don't know why. We've only shown this, I think, one time before. Maybe it's because we're getting down and they're getting limited.
Yeah.
And you can see that this is what this is all cut from, guys. This is the natural material. Not this particular, actually the material that this is cut from is 2 shades darker. And this is what we refer to, I know we're calling it brown here, but it's actually referred to as cherry amber. So when you get this home and you actually look at it close, it's got a red tinge to it, right? It's got more of a red to it. This is Ukrainian. It's natural amber. It comes out of Ukraine. Now, with amber, I don't know if you're actually up on amber, but one of the reasons that this is the area actually in Ukraine where this comes from. Okay, they're actually showing you pictures of this. It comes from a swamp, a bug. There's the village where it's mined out of. But when you go, it's a bog area that they do. They actually drain it. It's like a swampy. When I say swamp, everybody always thinks like alligators, stuff like that, right? It's not. It's a bog. You can see when that's flooded, it's all mud. In fact, you can actually see where they've got the pumps where they've pumped it all out. Then they go in there and mine that. A lot of times they'll blow it off the bottom and then it floats to the top and they'll have somebody with a fish net that gathers it. You can, that's actually them draining the area there, and it's in the winter, so it's cold. That is the sorting table, and that's as they're running it through, and that's when they've already gathered it and they're cleaning it all up. Here's what's going on with the amber.
There's a value piece there.
You're going to see amber. Well, okay, you're not going to see amber, and that's the big thing. There's only, I have fairly what I consider good resources on amber. You don't find amber all over the world. I have a small connection of green amber in Colombia that's still functioning. That every now and then we put together enough material we can get. My big source for amber used to be the Baltic, Lithuania. I had some great connections there, and they dove for it in the Baltic Sea. And that's all but gone away. If you can get it, it's like the price. It's not really worth doing because it's just small quantities, and because they don't have anything, what they have left, the prices are just ridiculous and stupid. My big resource, which I started 5 years ago, was Ukraine. And it was, we developed that resource. Anybody that is not locked themselves in a closet and doesn't have electricity knows what's going on in Ukraine right now. It's not a pretty sight. In fact, I can't get a hold and haven't been able to contact anybody. So I don't even know what's going on. I doubt they're mining amber right now. I'm sure they're occupied with other things.
Sure.
Because they're kind of right in the heart of all that mess right now. So what's happening in the amber world is that we have material to work with, and so we're going to be able to design. I'll probably be good through this year, and I've got enough raw material because I got a container. So I have enough raw material to actually do some amber designs into next year and do some nice things. The amazing thing is, the only reason we were able, this is, like Lynn always says, you giggle to yourself. When I giggle to myself when I think, do you know how hard I worked to be able to make this at the original price?
At $175.
Right, just to actually bring it in and be able to sell it to HSN so that we could market it on air for that price. And then they've gone down to this. It's not a real value. I mean, it's a super value for you, but that's not a real number that you really can hit.
Maybe if it was simulated or costume.
Right. If you were using,
it's the real deal.
If you were using a lot of amber, you got to watch that now. Is a lot of the amber that they're now is just compressed